Hey, how's it going? I've just been painting the floor in here. We've got some carpet tiles. I don't know if I should keep using these. Got some wooden texture. I might put a curve on this edge instead. And then I think this is going to be an equipment locker because it's pretty close to all the doors that'll be getting outside. And then the one in there, that room, is going to be maybe a more specific equipment room, or it could just be some other thing. I thought maybe having it in the hallway was good because then you can just kind of run past and grab stuff. Go out either way. I put a little wooden thing here as well. So between the two doors where it's going to probably be quite wet, it's just like a nice, clean, easy to clean surface. And then I haven't put anything in here yet. I think I'm going for this. Something's happening here. Something terrible is happening. I'm going for this though. There's a little... I might bring it across to here. So another little wooden thing. Got all these little wooden areas where you enter into the ship. And I put all the carpet texture down through all the medical area. So now I think I've really just been avoiding having to do the furnace. So where will the furnace live? I'm thinking if it goes here, there should be some way to climb over to the other side, because I could put a door in the back and then have it like wrap around, because otherwise there's only going to be a door here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the door needs to come across. So yeah, there's a door there. I'll put a workbench on this side, and then, well, I need to figure out where to put the condenser, and if I have it facing down, I don't want to rely on seawater in case it gets chucked out of the ocean and then there is no seawater going into this. But it would be the same, I guess, as like seawater cooling all my other things. It does sit pretty nicely behind the furnace. So like maybe if I leave a 3-block gap, I'm just thinking about, can I get like a staircase or something up here? But then there'll be no rails. Is that a safety hazard? What's this one? Water in. That could be here, and then it would make it easy to pipe. It might actually make it more difficult to pipe that. I'm thinking I could do another pump actually. Ah, no, that won't fit. Is having the condenser near the boiler actually a smart move at all? Wouldn't it be better if it were like somewhere far away where it can stay cold? If it's too far at the back though, it's not going to get too much access to water. Well, actually, I guess even this flat piece is going to be in the water. Coolant A, coolant B. If it's seawater, then it won't matter how long the pipe is, because it's just going to be sucking it in and dumping it out. So this is like the flat part. This top piece here. Coolant B. I wonder if I can like have it kind of shoot out the sides maybe. You know how some boats have like fence or something on the side, and it's like, it must be where the bilge chucks water out, but maybe I could put the coolant out. What about that? That's kind of interesting. And then I will need to move the condenser slightly. Oh yeah, if I do it that way. Coolant B, coolant A, pump. I don't really want to use the big ones. I don't like how crap they look. But I need to make sure. Yeah, this is almost definitely always going to be underwater. I don't think it would sit too much higher than, you know, somewhere around here. That makes it really easy to just have pumps like that though. I could maybe use the big ones Just thinking, because since they like step down, so the middle port would do nothing, and then I could route, yeah, 2 T's. That should give me a good amount of in and out. And hopefully that just stays underwater. Move water out, steam in, water in. So steam out, I wonder if I should send steam out through this little hatch as well. Because maybe I can put the other pump. Is that going to look goofy when the hatch opens? Probably. Yeah, I don't think I can get away with that. What is going on here? I was thinking, like, because I've got the hatch there, I should at least try and fill up the gap behind here. But I need to reserve, like, this whole back section for the hatch opening, and even the hatch opening into here looks real weird. Maybe I do need to use a sliding hatch on this. Or open the door the other way, which I don't really want to do. That makes it easy though, and then I've got access to both pumps. That would be pretty easy to weld. Might even be able to get in there. Maybe not. I mean, as cool as having a hatch is, it may make this a lot harder to deal with. So this is going to be taking the steam out, so we'll need to come across, go down, goes into that pump, and then the pump will send it up to the condenser. It's got a pretty long way to travel, really. And that is where I wanted to put my furnace. It's a bit goofy, but it would work. And it would mean I just need to mirror how this pipe comes out for the other side as well. I probably need to be pumping that back though. So I've got big pumps everywhere, I think, except I just need one for going back. It'd be nice if I could hide it, because I really don't like the way they look. Oh, I could put it here. Yeah, I can do that. Yep, it's going to do that. So it will it'll pipe in, down, across, and then do a corner. And then here it will just come across. I don't think I'm going to get anything in there anyway. Diesel in. I just need to figure out where my fuel tank is, which I was thinking it would be on these two sides of the pistons. The only real trouble with that is then you've got two fuel tanks which might be draining out at an uneven rate. But you want to keep your fuel central if possible. You don't want it to become like a ballast. This spot here does look really good for a fuel tank. Like if I just go straight across, give it a cover, that's a fuel tank. It's not a very big fuel tank. I think what's going to happen is there'll be a pump here. Please don't be a wedge. Okay, great. And that will go into the furnace. I just want to like solid block all of this. Don't want anything to do with it. I might have to put in hatches or something though, so that you can repair it later on. That is the only thing I was thinking about. Will it get damaged? Can I repair it if it's damaged? This is kind of an important thing to keep it going. The fuel valve, condenser pump. See, right now, these two pumps are definitely repairable. Wonder if I should spin this one around actually. That brings the two pump components closer to the door, closer to the hatch. I could put a hatch on the other side as well. Should I do it for symmetry reasons? I don't know if you'd ever want to access it from this side though. This thing here I might put a hatch on. I think it'll be a custom one though. Nothing real major going on down here. Like it'd just be just for decoration really. Will that clip? Can you clip into the condenser? I'll just leave it open because it's not really harming anyone being open, but I do feel like I should make this pump accessible and the pump for the fuel accessible. Being a good little symmetry, we'll do a bit of a mess here. So the pump will go like a bit of a zigzag. I really wanted to have like a way to step over the back here. I think actually if I did stairs like here. Oh, can I get rid of that? But no, but I can't get rid of those. I would have to lift it up even higher and then you lose access to the pipes. So I think you can weld like most of the pipes from everywhere. From at least some point you can get at the pipes. But realistically, has anything ever broken where you couldn't access the pipes? Bugger it. I'm going to go with just closing it all up. Now this pipe needs to go, I might actually bring that up first instead of going down. Yeah. We'll just go along here. And then for the fuel, I don't know where the fuel tank is, but I suspect it's going to be forwards rather than backwards. I really want a massive fuel tank because this is supposed to be able to hang about in the ocean for ages with like no refuels. I need to find a way to go up though, so that, because what I want to do is cut these two big areas on each side. I want to put like a bar through them and then join them as one tank, which I don't think I can do. I wonder if it's worth trying to have a system that pumps diesel between the two tanks to keep them the same level. It'd be easier to just find a spot and like cut it out. Can you put fluid where barrels are? And does that matter? Okay, here's my little box. It has 453 liters of diesel in it. And it's also full of barrels. Now it's not full of barrels. And now it has 453 liters. Okay, great. So you can just fill up barrels with fluid. Isn't that convenient? So this big blob back here can become the fuel tank, even though there's barrels all through it. And I wonder if I can link that to the front. How much diesel do you think would go in here? Because it's a pretty big space. Fluid. I would need a fluid port, which can probably go in the roof. Not there, but it could probably go there. Yeah, it could. Actually, that's like exactly where I want the pipe to go. What the heck? It's like I'm supposed to do this. Because that goes from the tank through the pump into the furnace. And then I need a fluid meter. Get rid of this. And I can delete. Oh, yeah, okay. Nice, nice, nice. I can delete 2 of the weight blocks. So I've got a fluid meter on one side. And then a fluid spawner on the other side so that when you so that it auto fills, and then I can chuck that barrel back in. And then for refueling, I just have to splice in somewhere through here, just before the pump. Put my fuel pumps on the other side of that pipe, and then it's good to go. And I've got a big blob here for something. I could put batteries in there actually. I don't know. I'll figure out something. It'll most likely just be decorative. And what I'm thinking here, this is probably just going to get filled up. It's like, if I leave it open, it's more of like a physics issue than anything else. Get rid of that. Put this here. Yes. This is like a low part, actually. Can you even walk through here? It must be 7 high through there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'll need to... it's only going to be... Should I rail across the top of this? Or should I even put rails on there at all? Should I stop the rail there? So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rail comes up to here. Because it's all like quite strange anyway. Oh, yeah, okay, I see. This is just going to go up every chance it gets. So even though it's real short up there, it means you've got like a very hard edge of where you can go to. And then I'll just put a wall. So that'll let you crawl around up here over everything if you want to do repairs or anything. You have full access. I don't know why I need a rail necessarily if there's a wall there. It just looks nice, I guess. Gives you something to hold on to. I might even cut out a piece here so you can crawl into this section. That'd be kind of nice. And then I could definitely put some fluid tanks in here, or even just encase the whole thing, like turn into a massive water tank. So anyway, pumps. There needs to be... Oh yeah, I can use this wall to bring down my fuel to connect into there from like refueling. I've got a furnace, I've got a boiler, I've got a condenser. Diesel furnace steam system. This is the computer. I kind of want to make this into like a thing on the wall. How can I do that? We were having a chat in Discord. We're having a chat about this. My bypass doesn't need to be on its own thing. So I can take the boiler temperature and then send it into a switch box. So if it's on, get rid of that. If the threshold is on, go to some other value, which will be 1. Yeah, so if the boiler temperature is below 80, turn on and open the valve, the air valve. And then if it's over 80, go back to the PID, which is controlling at 140. It might help a little bit, I guess, with spacing, but it's not a big change. I really want this to look like it's something you can interact with. Oh, that's dumb. Is there any piece that can come off the side of this and like help merge it into pipes or something? It's going to have to be one of these funny, not quite a full blocks. I don't think I'm going to get what I want. I just need to put this on the wall somewhere. Somewhere down here, so that it can be repaired easily. Put here, and I really do want some pipes like that look like cables or something going into it. But I wish you could do something better about that connection. Depending on what I want on the other side of this wall, I could put some wedges that are stretched to a 1x3. Actually this might work. This is a 1x1 stretched to a 1x2. I better paint it white because I'm not sure what I'm really doing. No, it should be grey on this face here, and oh, it's gonna be invisible though. I don't think I've got a good solution for this. Well, just imagine that's connected. I'll figure out something of how to hide that. So now I think it'll be okay to put the top back on. Whoops, I shouldn't have moved that down because I had dragged it directly off sideways. Oh, and all this red stuff is just where I put the lip over to signify where the ceiling was. There you go, back together. Did I have a key up here? No key. I guess I'm going to have a flip switch to turn it on. So I need to change my controller instead of an on-off. This one. So it goes to these three. I need one of these. Boop, boop, boop. And where it says key will be ignition panel. I'll just go that. I'm guessing I will just have, you know, like engine go. I don't know. I'll come back and sort this out in a bit. So I need to make sure all my channels are set correctly. It's only that one. Furnace temperature. Air. Oh, I don't have an air valve. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I haven't even connected the coolant between the furnace and the boiler, which probably... how's that going to work? How is that going to work? I didn't think about this at all. It'd be good to just have the pumps somewhere else. Okay, I have pumps. I need a pump to fill extra water from the condenser. What I'm thinking is I should have a set of valves, of flow valves, one-way valves. One of them should feed water into the boiler to keep it topped up. The other one needs to probably feed water into the coolant between the furnace and the boiler to keep that topped up. And then there can be one header tank that serves them all. It'll probably only need one, actually, one flow valve. The idea is to make sure that none of the pressure goes back into the tank. Also, how am I going to get my air valves and things? Why do I do this to myself? Well, I've got two exhaust things up here. I'm going to pipe the exhaust because I think it might look quite nice. What I'll do is I'll put a switch in somewhere that sends the exhaust either to the pipes up the top or into an air manifold. Because if it's going into air manifold, that way you can just push a button and you can delete the exhaust on the fly as you feel like it. So where am I going to do all that then? Maybe down here? Yeah, this would be a good place to do that. Just get all this rubbish, crap, put it in here in a little cupboard, and then you'll never have to look at it. So I need a valve for air to come down and probably another couple of valves for exhaust to go up. So that's going to go... I might use a sliding hatch for this. So there's the air valve, and then I think I'll do... I want to try and keep it in like a 3x3 section so that when this slides down you can see it all. Which actually means it needs to go down one more. I don't want it to be at a real awkward height. I'm just going to... Anywhere, I think I'm just going to solidify things. It's all just physics crap anyway. I think this will need to come out. Air, for sure that's air. Yeah, if I do a valve up the other way, that can be the exhaust. Wonder if I can do 2 of those. I'm going to do it like this, right? So air goes up one way, exhaust goes the other way, but then on the side of that, we're going to T out. And then carry on up to the exhaust pipes. And both sides of these are going to the same place because I'm going to use the inside top sort of area of this heatsink as my air intake. Actually, I could use these vents as the air intake on both sides for like redundancy. Can I even use this? This must be a block. Yeah, okay. And I need to get it into a wall, which will probably be this wall. If I use like a corner as well, it might be a bit easier. Somewhere where I'm not likely to want to put too much decorative stuff. And it'll need to come... I want to make sure I retain any colored parts. So I'm just going to cut out anywhere there's a pattern. I think I'm doing it this way. So air goes that way, exhaust goes this way, and then turns back and comes alongside it. And then they both go up. Oh wait, they don't go up. Crap. I mean, this is going to have to become a wall anyway to make it look nice. So that gives you a little way to check on the air valves and the exhaust valves. So if you open that valve, it'll just delete the exhaust. Some of it might escape, but I think the air manifold's probably just going to suck it all up. And then they both come out, go up the wall. And then, you know, a lot of the tugboats that I was looking at for inspiration for this section have a staircase that goes down the back. I don't know if I need that though. I don't think I want that. I think this space in here could be used for some decorative stuff. Maybe I could put a winch up here actually. That might be kind of interesting. But yeah, I'll just say this is a decorative area because I think a staircase going down the front, you know, that's fine. That's enough, all you need. And you'll just hop off the back anyway. I could, if I really had to, put a staircase up here and then maybe I should do that. I'm thinking about this now because where I want to put these pipes is going to mess up wherever I put a staircase. See, if I section off 5 blocks here, then I still get a small equipment space and I'll have a weird 2 wide gap for some reason. I wonder if I just do that, you know, give you a staircase. I am liking this. This could be cool. Wait a minute. I can keep all my rooms and everything. I just have to do some funny stuff with stairs. And then this gives you access to this section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that not genius? Genius! I could use another curved, what's it called? I could put another curved rail in, kind of tie it together in the front so it's not the only rail doing that. Yeah, that's good. Fills up some space on the back. It doesn't really interfere with anything. Gives me access to the rear, whatever this is. And then I guess I need a rail to like go across so you don't yeet yourself off that. Yeah, like that. That's really cool. It might have to run back along here. I think it will. Just like stay away from that big exhaust pipe thing. And then we come up here and find out where that is. Then this goes into a T. And I'm making sure I stay away from the center with this because when I come to put lights in, I will want to put lights in the middle of everything, of all the hallways and the rooms. Yeah, I forgot about this. Do I want to just cover this up? Cover up job? Then it's the same as what's happening on the front. Symmetry. Purposes of symmetry, but actually we're just covering it up. So now I need to figure out where this pivot goes. Huh, where does it go? On the front? Wait, what? What kind of pivot is this? I thought this was a... Damn it. I needed to go the other way. Cut. Which is going to make it turn out, I think. So I can do this in symmetry. Just go down. And I want to bring in both pipes. So I actually need like a 2-block wide thing. And then we'll go along. That should be okay. So which one was ear? Ear is... I think the outside pipe. I'm pretty sure the front pipe is ear. So ear needs to come across more because it has to get onto the other side, whereas exhaust is going straight up. Ear is actually going to come in and then go out. And it'll have its own pipe that's not part of the wall because part of the wall is paint blocks. And it needs to come out anyway to get into all this. So I like to go big overkill for this kind of thing. I'm not sure what diesel furnaces do about water getting in their system. Should I put on a filter? I'll see how we go. If it has issues running with like water getting into the system, I'll put a valve on somewhere that purges it into an air manifold, so it just deletes everything. Then we just hook up the last pipe for... Oh, that goes into the pivot, but then the pivot doesn't go anywhere, I don't think. Pivot goes straight up. Is this going to work? There's a lot of bending. Lots of bending here. Okay. Need a battery. And probably a good idea to use the really big one, but I'll try and get away with a small one because I was thinking it could go there. That makes it really nice and easy to access for everything. And I'm just going to hook everything up directly from the battery. For now, anyway. I might come back and do something a bit nicer for that. But really, I don't know. So I should be able to flip that switch and it should all just turn on. There is no sea cooling here in the desert, so I need to make sure I do this in the ocean. It's been a while since I tested it for floating, for leaks. It is floating, but it's very heavy, that's all. It is very heavy because it has a lot of barrels in it, and it has a lot of diesel in it. I don't think I want to really do anything about that, to be honest. I'm just going to try and negative some mass off with a rocket booster. So I'm going to set this to 90%. Right, so this thing weighs 36,000. How much do I need to drop? Fuel factor. How much do you think? 10,000? I've done negative 10,000 mass. So it should be 26,000. It's better. It's a lot better. It's still questionable. What about negative 20,000? So now it realistically only weighs like 16,000 mass. Oh man, it's a bit too buoyant. It's doing okay. I don't mind this. So I think I can do this switch. Engine go. Yeah, the exhaust is facing the wrong way. So what's going on here? No diesel. There is no diesel because this pump is not going. False. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, I started putting the air valve in. And then I didn't, like, connect anything. Actually, there is no, like, system on here to turn all the other pumps on. So I can use the spare node that I removed from the air valve. And this can be pumps. Just turn the pumps on. Pretty straightforward on that one. It'll go... I could just use the furnace ignition because I'm doing a constant on. But I feel a bit better. It makes me feel good. I also need to offset my pistons so they actually spin around. So I've got 6 pistons. 1 divided by 6 is 0.16. 0.16 basically. So let's go 0.5. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm going to need a calculator for this. 0.16 would be 3.4, right? And then 3.4 would be minus 6, minus 1, 1.8. Minus 1.6 would be like 0.2. So you're getting closer to 0, and then I need to go out again from 0.2, so it'll be like 1.8. And then from 1.8, it'd be 2.4. I'm not sure that the pistons are correct. They should kind of look like this, like they should have a bit of a wave to them if you're just going sideways. See, they kind of start up high, go down, and then start coming back up. And I think this one here is close to somewhere between these two, I think. Or maybe just this one. There should be enough of a difference between all those that it just works. I don't think you need to get your pistons in like the best offset. Especially if it's the big one, you can probably just brute force your way through it. We're on. Yeah, it's going. We're going. We're going. Let's have a look. Just in the water. That's the condensed. Man, if we get in a wave, that's gonna be out of the water. I'm probably gonna have to move that. Look at this weird texture shirt. What can I do about this? It looks really nice here though. If I have to, I guess I'll put it down the bottom somewhere. I should be able to pipe that okay. And then I have no way to move anything because the fluid jets aren't connected. But I can at least go and make sure that the pistons are going around. It also should have turned down by now, I think. Oh no, it's just taking forever to heat up. There's no coolant. There's no coolant. Damn it. Where am I going to put my pumps for the coolant? Can I get that? Man, how am I going to do this? I've screwed myself. I didn't even connect the air or the exhaust. What am I up to? Let's connect the air and the exhaust. And also leave space to do pumps. See, how is this going to get out of here though? All these pipes? I need 4 pipes to come out through, that's a track. Through here? 4 pipes. There's 1, 2, 3. They'll all have to come over this way. So 2 coolant pipes that way. If I move this, yeah, I'm going to have some issues here. Let's get the coolant out anyway, because I know I can send the coolant through here. For sure. 2 coolant pipes. What's that? Air. No, it's all backwards. What have we got? Coolant out, and then that will go... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because I've got pipes in the floor. I might be okay to just drop out sideways and not come up through here. Let's try that. Let's try that first, because it will get rid of some issues. Yeah, I've got so much space in here. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna like go across a little bit first and then come across. Okay, that makes things... yeah, that'll work. That's totally fine. Absolutely fine. Oh man, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. Oh. I don't want to go into this gap because I think I'm going to be putting tanks in there. So I'll need to make sure I do something about these 2 pipes. Do you think they are connected correctly? I don't think they are. It's that, yeah. So this one is air. And that goes to exhaust. I need to flip this and route all the pipes differently. I think that's all I have to do. So now the air valve is on the other side and it goes straight across and then up. The exhaust valve, or the exhaust pipe, goes across, up with the valve to delete it, and then it connects back on. Hatch. Oh my goodness. That had me really worried. I was so worried I was going to have to pipe everything again. So now we have air intake and exhaust. And now I just need a coolant loop. Come between here. Now this will be a fun and exciting endeavor. Where am I going to put my pumps? Am I just going to hide them? I don't want to hide them. Actually, it's probably not even a bad place to have them. If they're just like in the floor, and then I can put a hatch. More hatches, except you do get stuck walking on some hatches, and that does annoy me. You know, there is space in the back of here where I could run pipes. Well, so my brain just kind of stopped working then. I've been trying to process what I'm going to do about those pumps, and it's just not coming to me. I'm just going to sit on this for a while and think about it. So I'm going to end here for today. Hopefully I'll know what I'm doing when I come back tomorrow. It'll just be the first thing I do. So I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.